We'll give it a second to build the audience.
All right. No facials.
All hands.
Oh, my favorite.
It's recording. Hi, this is the Fingernail Fixer with Lucian Henderson at the Empower Nail Art Offices Live. And Lucian is going to show a couple of nail designs using the Empower Nail Art films. And I'm going to pester him with questions, so you guys make sure and post any questions that you may have while he's working on the designs. All right, Lucian, it's all you. Take it away.
Uh-oh. All right, so I get a lot of requests to do more salon type nails, and this is what Holly has. And believe it or not, this is how wonderful and amazing Holly's natural nails are. These are natural nails with gel polish. And do you have a top coat on here too?
Yeah, that is fully shellacked base coat, color coats, and top coat, so that it was ready to go for you.
Okay, great. And a lot of nail artists use my material in a lot of different ways. Under gels, over gels, in between acrylics. You know.
Hi, Jessica.
It really is like a fifth medium in that way. It works under, over, in, anything. And if you're looking at my videos, you see my thumbs. So those are full wraps with Empower. Sometimes I let them go 4, 6 weeks, 7 weeks before I replace them, which is why you see the, a halfway fill line. In any case, so.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Yay! Thanks for checking us out. So here's silver. This is really easy. I'm going to start with easy stuff because I can't go wrong with gray and
Lucian, one of the questions
silver.
I got at the trade show this weekend is, hi, Ia, is nail techs were wondering why they're getting jagged lines. So do you have a dull blade that you could show why a dull blade would give jagged lines on the Empower?
That's a great question. Okay, so no, I don't. So this blade here is probably 1.5 years old. So and maybe here's there's a bunch of answers to that. It's kind of, I mean, it seems like a simple question, but it's actually kind of a big question. So one of them is this: if I'm here like on this towel and I go to cut, here's worst case scenario. I'm here on this towel, so I got a soft surface underneath the film, right? And I go to cut, and I cut through the paper. They call that the backing sheet. And now I gotta take this up, and now I gotta figure out how to peel it off of the backing sheet. And do you see how the paper? Can you see that?
Yeah, it's really jagged and
You
fuzzy.
see how the paper is all messed up? Well, the film is all messed up too, right? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is, and then I've got to pick it up.
Hi, Dana.
And then I've got to separate off the backing sheet, and it's just a mess and time consuming. And look, here we go. Okay, so now I finally got off the backing sheet, and now I can use it. Oh, and can you see that? I've got a little piece of paper on there.
Mm-hmm.
See it right there?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to put the black film behind it so they can see it at home.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, now it shows up real nice.
Now
See
you
it?
can really see that jagged edge.
Okay, so now I've got all these problems. Okay, so this piece of paper here is taped to this is actually cutting board. And so now I've got this nice hard surface, or I could go straight on my table, right? I'd go straight on my table, but of course it's really important we be clean, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm on a hard surface, and the weight of the blade is enough to cut the film. I don't need to use a bunch of pressure and cut the backing sheet. I just need light pressure just to cut through the film.
Oh wow, you were like barely touching it.
Barely touching it. It's the weight of the knife.
And that's enough. A much sharper edge without the fuzz.
On the black, can you see it now?
Oh yes.
But here, I'll just lay it down like this. Notice I slipped the blade out from underneath it, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, so now I've got nice clean lines.
That's very helpful. So the main tricks to making sure that your lines are crisp and clean when you're trying to cut the Empower nail art film is to use a really light touch, use the weight of the blade, and cut it Do we want to cut really slow so we get precise lines?
No, great question. I was just going to speak to that. The other is a hard, flat surface and light pressure. And then if you're going to cut very precise lines, I should grab a ruler. I've got one around here somewhere.
Yeah, but we don't usually have rulers in the salon.
Right, but then I can use this is the nail template for full wraps on flat nails, or for moons and smile lines. In any case, I also use it quite often as a straight edge. So if I line this edge up with the edge of the film, then I know I'm straight, and I can slide over, line it up, and do it again. And now I know I've got a very straight piece.
Cool.
And so in that way you can use Empower as striping tape, but in any width you want, from, I don't know, from 2/10 of an inch, 1/10 of an inch, all the way through to an inch wide. However you want to use it.
Now that we can get crisper lines and we've done a little bit of troubleshooting, how quickly can you create a design?
Well, design, I don't know, that's kind of a vision thing. So, I see a lot of nail techs do triangles from cuticle line forward. So, no problem. I want to make sure that I actually watch the cut line in the same way that you see a shine line on a nail.
Mm-hmm.
I see a cut line if I've got it in the light properly. And so now here I've got a nice triangle. Flip it over, set it to free edge.
Hi, Melissa.
Drop it down. I can set it in lightly with my thumbnail, and then I can come back with these squeezers. I had to have these custom made, so they're shorter and narrower than anything else I could find. And the reason I like the spring scissor design better is my fingers don't get stuck in the hoops of a regular scissor, so I can turn the corner easier.
So this would be a quick, easy way to do that triangle design without having to try to polish straight lines.
Right, or I see people doing masking to get nice clean line right there. And then masking, okay, so if I took this nail here, okay, so yeah, and it's simpler and easier than masking, nice, straight, crisp, clean line in seconds. I mean, even if I had to put this in the lamp, if I used polish and I was that fast and good at using like a gel paint, I still got to cure it. So two things there. I don't have the skill set to paint a line that clean and crisp. And then two, even if I did, I'm still faster in using the nail film, because I don't have to cure it.
Now that you guys have seen a quick, easy, basic design that can replace doing polishing straight lines and help you make that a little faster in the salon, is there a type of design you would like to see done? Any requests?
I do a lot of splits. So I took the triangle, right?
Uh-huh.
And now I can come back from the point of the triangle to the other point of the triangle.
Oh, good one. We have a request for chevron.
Oh, chevrons. Okay. Chevrons are tough for me. And I think it's a skill level. And
I have a sneaky trick for chevrons.
It's something that I haven't worked on. And it fascinates me. That's a great question, because it's like one of my pet peeves. I keep figuring it'd be easier for me to cut chevrons. And actually I have a hard time with it, because I have a hard time getting them consistent.
Can I show a trick for that?
Yeah.
All right, here, you do the camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull it with the film. Do you have normal scissors handy?
Oh, you're gonna do the folding thing?
Yes,
I
I
do,
am.
but they're over there.
All right, I'll
Sorry.
grab
All right, I swear she'll be back.
So what will really make chevron quick and easy is to just cut off a small triangle of the film, and then take the film and fold it to the outside. Line it up so that you get a nice straight fold.
I forgot about that. It's been so long.
Then take the scissors
Yeah.
and start cutting little lines of chevron.
Oh, you're so clever. Check it out. I never did it this way.
I actually pre-cut these and keep them in a little jar in the salon, and then now we'll trade back.
I do that too with punches. I got a little jar full of hearts and diamonds and stuff.
So now you can stick them on.
Wow, that's so cool. Okay, so,
They do look a lot like cellophane nails. That's a great point. We should do, after you do the chevron, we should do a couple of random cuts to make them look like cellophane nails.
You're so smart, Holly. It was freaking brilliant.
It's actually an idea from Lisa. Thanks, Lisa.
Good job, Lisa. Yeah, I was really surprised to see that because cellophane is really thick and rigid. I'm a plastics gearhead, so among other types of stuff. And so, yeah, I was really surprised that they would go ahead and try to lay down cellophane like that. I love the look, and I admire the skill set. There's just so much easier ways you can do it, including this nail film. I mean, and here's the thing. This is why the nail film works so well with gels and acrylics and gel polishes and even polishes, is because that's what I made it for. It's not another, good Lord, it's not a material made for another purpose that's now being used on nails.
Does this help with chevrons? Does that give you an idea for a quick and easy way to do that? Like I said, you can go ahead and cut the films ahead of time into the little chevron shapes and keep them in a little jar or a little envelope. And then you have them ready to go when a client chooses the chevron. And you can make them nice and thin, you can make them nice and thick, and it works with any of the films. So what are you doing right now?
I'm using these squiz. Okay, so I set, you see that dent? See that line right there?
Mm-hmm.
So I just set it in there with my thumbnail. If I was more professional, I'd use the $100 stick here and set them down in that line. And then I slip the bottom arm of the squeezers in that line.
Oh, so it lines it up with the margin.
Right, and then it fits. The blades are so thin that they fit right in the sidewalls. And then you just follow the sidewall. And that way, here, look at the side.
Oh yeah,
And
so it's lined up.
Yeah, it's flawless, right?
And then just so you guys can get an idea of how thin that is, if you look down the nail, you don't even see it coming off the nail. It's an extremely thin product. So if we look at that from the side, see how you don't even notice the height difference between the product and the polish. Alright, show us the shattered glass cellophane trick.
And that's it's as thin as a coat of gel polish. Okay, what do you want to see?
Cellophane nails. Show us how we could do the shattered glass look.
Oh, okay, so shattered glass, I'll just take a shape that's relatively the size, the width of the nail, and then I'll just cut it into other pieces.
Can you guys see the shine lines hitting so that you can see where your cuts are?
And then now I've got all these pieces, and I'll just take them apart and put it back on the nail. Well, why didn't that one go?
Because you're live.
Right?
If we were videoing it so you could edit it, would work perfect.
Right, it'd be flawless. I don't really do a lot. Mainly my editing is I reset color and contrast a little bit, just a little bit, and then I edit for speed.
So the advantage of using the film when you're wanting to get that shattered glass look is that it's so thin. You can easily do it on your gel polish manicures, so you're getting it into your natural nails. So then your natural nails can have that same awesome look as the enhancement, and it's not going to have the bulk of the cellophane that sometimes disrupts on the natural nail, and the client can pick at it.
Well said, Holly. Yeah, it's that bulkiness that bugs me. And then the other thing there is that it just attaches. It lays right down, and I don't have to lay down an adhesive and then try to get the cellophane from curling up. You know how it does on the ends? And so I'm just going to nip this corner off right there so I'm nice and flush in the cuticle, if I can see it.
Is there anything else you guys would like to see? Do you have any questions? Yay, some thumbs up. Thank you so much. We're glad this is helping. Make sure you leave some comments on the video of what other things you would like to see for Nails Magazine Facebook Live, what other products or demos or things you would like to see how to do in the salon.
And then here you notice I'm just coming straight down. I'm not really filing. I'm certainly not using a filing motion. I'm sandwiching the film between the free edge and the file, and I go straight down and it makes the cut. And then that way I get a nice clean cut.
So you can see it's nice and flush with the nail. He's kept it out of the margin so it will seal the top coat. You can absolutely purchase this in Australia. Do you have a link for that handy, Lucian, or should I send them to Facebook?
There's a Facebook page, Empower Nail Art. I think down under. Let me double check.
Yeah, we'll double check on the Empower Australia for you. To get the little scissors, you can actually visit empowernailart.com. They're called squeezers. And here are the finished nails. Yep, Empower Nail Art Australia. To get it in Australia.
There's also at empowernailart.com. There's a page that lists all the distributors and has links to their websites.
So you can see it's super thin. So like this one, especially for shattered glass with gel polish or any of those type of mediums would be really handy. Do you have any questions before I close out the Facebook Live with Lucian from Empower Nail Art? All right, thanks everyone for joining. It was so awesome to see you. Is face okay?
Yeah, sure.
Wave at everybody.
Thanks
Hey.
so much.